Hello, so today's book review, I'm going to be talking about this book, In a Cottage in a Wood by Cass Green. And I picked this book up a while ago, and I picked it up, of course, because it had a creepy looking house on the front cover. And any kind of horror set in an isolated setting, and anything set or any storyline evolving around a creepy house or anything, you guys know that's my favourite kind of horror story. So yeah, I saw it said a cottage in a woods, so I was like, that's in a woods and it's a creepy cottage. I'm definitely gonna pick this book up. And I've been in a little bit of a reading rut, which feels weird to say because I've actually read quite a few books this month, but I felt like I've really been pushing myself to read. But when it came to this book, I literally finished it probably within 3 days, which is actually quite fast for me because I'm quite a slow reader and I don't have a whole lot of spare time. So I kind of cram it in where I can. But I found myself bringing this book around with me and reading it in every little spare moment I had, because I really wanted to know what was going to be happening. It follows this woman called Neve, and she's a bit down and out on her luck. She's crashing at her sister's place, things aren't going great at work, she's just struggling really in every aspect of her life, her relationship, her work, her family, everything has kind of gone to pot. And she's out on a night out one night and she comes across this woman who looks a little bit troubled. Something's wrong with her, so she kind of feels like she has to stop and ask if she's okay, if there's any way she can help this woman. And one thing kind of leads to another, and it ends up with her getting this random cottage in a woods in the middle of nowhere. And it comes out of the blue, she's not expecting it, but because everything else in her life is falling apart, she decides to just accept it. She's going to go to this cottage, see what it's about. She kind of has this image in her head of this like beautiful cottage in the countryside with white picket fences and flowers growing up the walls, and it's all homely, like the perfect cottagecore kind of vibes. But it turns out not to be the case. It's very creepy, very isolated, and weird stuff starts happening when she moves into this cottage. She gets a very uneasy feeling. She doesn't know about the place, she doesn't know the location, she doesn't know anything about the area. So yeah, creepy stuff starts to happen, and it kind of feels like her mind is unraveling a little bit. She's kind of questioning, is she actually going crazy, or is this stuff really happening? And you follow her as she's unraveling the story of this mysterious woman that she met and how she came to get the cottage. And she's getting to know the neighbours, and it's a really interesting story. You don't ever really, or I didn't kind of guess where it was going. Yeah, I thought it was one kind of story, and then it turned out to be something completely different, which was a really nice surprise. It was a little bit twisty-turny, especially towards the end when things begin to unravel a little bit. You're like, oh, okay, there's definitely more to this story than first meets the eye. And yeah, I thought it was really good. The characters were interesting. The main character, Neve, can be a little bit whiny in some parts. Like I said, she's pretty down and out on her luck, and there are parts where she's really, starting to feel sorry for herself. But the story itself is interesting enough, and you are kind of rooting for her to catch a break. You're like, come on, you want something to work out for her. And yeah, it was a good one. It was very good. I would say this is probably a 5-star read for me. Like I said, it's probably my favourite book I've read this month easily. And yeah, it was quite thrilling. It was quite intense. It kept me hooked. I wanted to know what was happening. I wanted to know, what was happening surrounding the house. What was actually going on. Was it something paranormal? Was she being stalked? Are they coincidences? Is it in her head? It was a good story. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So yeah, that's my short little review of In a Cottage in a Woods. yeah, I'm going to be doing quite a few quick little reviews over the next few weeks. The summer holidays are coming up, so my son's going to be off school. So yeah, I'm probably not going to be doing any long format videos for a little while. I'm going to be doing a bunch of these, like what I call flash reviews, where it's, you know, videos that are probably going to be under 10 minutes where I just quickly review my recent reads. So yeah, I thought I would start off with this one. 5 out of 5, would recommend. If you are into creepy house stories with small locations, and this is one I would recommend. Like I said, it's a little bit twisty turny. But yeah, that's all I kind of want to say, because I don't want to give any major plot points away or anything that would give away what's going to happen. I don't want to give away the ending, because I didn't know anything about this book going in apart from what was on the back. I think I picked this up from a charity shop, I'm pretty sure. It's in the front. Yeah, it's got the price there. So yeah, I picked this up from a charity shop a while ago, and yeah, it was a good one. I think this is going to be one of the books that is in my keep pile. So yes, I would recommend. That is my review, and as always, thank you for watching. Until next time, bye guys.